What's up, guys? It's Ramon from NyneBlockGaming&Collectibles coming at you with another review. Let me get this camera a little straighter. And we are going over the Avengers Assemble Hulk. As you can see, we have the front of the package. This is an S.H.Figuarts. You got a Hulk product image on the side. You got Hulk posed on the back, multiple images, another pose that is different than the side, and then you have your S.H.Figuarts Hulk Avengers Assemble Edition up top. Now let's crack this thing open, see what we get on the inside. So this is the Hulk out of the packaging. And my first impressions of this is slight disappointment. And I have a feeling it's going to be the same with most people. But the head sculpts do not look like our actual Hulk from the movies. Granted, it is CGI, but this head sculpt we have on here, that at a close-up I can see it, which is odd. So it looks better close up to the camera than it does from a distance. So that looks pretty decent. And close up to the camera, like the blue detail in the hair, you cannot see that at arm's reach. There's a yelling head. Very nice detail on that. But yeah, really close up and blown up. I can see where they were going with it. So those are the heads you get. You get some extra hands. And the hands, if I can zoom in on this, there we go. I actually have points of articulation, so the finger moves by itself. The thumb looks as though, yeah, it articulates in slightly. So these gripping hands do have articulation. So those are the articulated gripping hands that come with it. That's a nice little feature they added. You don't get much of. And then you have these non-articulated hands. That come with it. Alright, so let's quickly go over, since we went over the accessories, the articulation. He has, it looks like, yep, the neck does move. It was a little stuck, so he can look down fairly far. You got a ball joint on the head. That's a little tight as well. He looks up a good amount. You got way above 90. So when you arc this up, you got to move the peg out of the way, or it does get stuck right there. So if you move the peg down, you get a little more up motion out of it. Which is cool. He has some awesome butterfly joint there. I'll try to show that off. So great butterfly joints. Has a ton of movement for a big figure. You got bicep swivel, double jointed elbow that moves in that far. Let's pull these plastic pieces out. So for arm will rotate freely 360. Cool ball hinge in there. You got wrist swivel. This is a Figuart peg, but it's not the common one. It's a ball joint. And this figure is surprisingly, it's an old figure, but this thing surprisingly has a ton of range. So you got some swivel in there. You got some side to side. Miss that with the head. Head goes decently side to side as well. You got very minor thigh swivel. He rotates very nicely at the waist, not so much at the diaphragm joint. So he looks down that far. Can't look back very far. His kicks are limited to that far up. Hardly back at all. Typical for a Figuart. Double jointed knee that is hindered by the thick calves of a Hulk figure. He has a ball joint for an ankle. Toe hinge. Got some movement there, but the swivel on the ankle, the pivot, is limited to the outside, but you get a decent amount inside. So you can get some pretty cool Hulk poses out of this guy. You know, Hulk smash, Hulk angry. And he should stand fairly easy. That's one of the issues I have with him, pulling him out of the box. His feet are wide, but they're rounded. They don't sit flat. So some poses may be difficult, but he stands fairly easily. That's a little unsightly there. But overall, I think this is absolutely a great Hulk figure. I mean, the way it looks, you could actually use this for either a comic line or a movie line, because it is very reminiscent of comics with the head sculpt. Quickly show you how to pop the heads off. It's really that simple, just a ball joint. I mean, he isn't Hulk if he isn't mad, so. Sorry about that, guys. Video cut out again, but as you can see, even with finger articulation, this figure is incredibly poseable. Stay tuned after the video for some posed shots of the Avengers Assemble Hulk. And if you enjoy the video, please hit that like button. And if you would like to see more content from me and be notified as I release videos, please subscribe to the channel. All right, guys. See ya.